Hey traders, let's take a moment to thank and feature one of our top sponsors, FX2 Funding. If you're looking to get funded, listen up. FX2 is offering traders the chance to trade with up to $200,000 in simulated capital and receive up to 85% of their results. If you're interested in getting started, use the link being dropped in the chat or the link down in the description below. If you pass the evaluation, you'll receive your feedback and gain access to your new account. FX2 allows traders access to a wide range of assets and allows traders to hold their trades over the weekend. FX2 is giving A1 Trading Show fans 15% off the evaluation fee if you use promo code A1Trading15. So if you'd like to learn more, again, use the link being dropped in the chat or the link down in the description below and use code A1Trading15 at checkout for a discount on any of their evaluations. Now back to the show.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another live stream. Thank you for being here with me. I am feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. Although my voice still sounds a little bit nasally, I'm back in the office. I feel pretty good. I'm going to probably quarantine myself a little bit in my personal office. For those of you guys who don't know, though, we do actually have a physical office in Atlanta with the team behind the scenes that helps to, build the Edge Finder and create and curate this content. So I do have my own space, but had to make it in today. I've got just too much stuff to film, and I've got a podcast episode to do. So we are back, and good to be back. I wouldn't say I'm feeling 100%, but I'm definitely feeling a ton better than yesterday. Yesterday, I was saying on the stream, I felt like, towards the end of like a sickness, like you have like just it's expelling, like you're just coughing and sneezing. Well, today I'm feeling a lot better. I actually slept really well yesterday. So thank you to everyone, by the way, in the comment section and in the chat yesterday who wished me to get better. I appreciate that. All right, guys, we're going to take a look at some markets. We have retail sales today, which I'm actually very curious to see. Retail sales is a good metric of the consumer in the United States. And the reason that matters is that a strong consumer will generally mean the demand for products, the demand for housing, the demand for basically spending money will be intact. And that's good, right? It's good for stocks. It's good for indices, right? And it's also good for the dollar, right? Having an economy that is moving, like people are spending money and going on vacations and that sort of thing, that's good for the dollar because it shows a stronger U.S. economy. So let's take a look at some charts. Taking a look at the dollar index. Here it is. The dollar index does not want to quit, it seems like. And I made this video yesterday just discussing how strong the U.S. dollar looks. And despite my own analysis yesterday, I still tried to get long gold and got stopped out really, really quick. Some of you guys might have seen the memes that we put on the channel and the Twitter and Instagram and stuff. If you follow me there, we put out a really great meme yesterday, which was kind of hilarious. Maybe Chandler, if you could pull that meme up for us, that would be awesome to show anybody who missed it. That meme kind of blew up on Instagram. I don't know if you guys follow me or our pages on Instagram, but we throw some really, really cheesy but valuable trading memes up every once in a while. Anyways, here the dollar is on the 4-hour chart, and I want to actually show you guys the daily because the daily is really interesting here. What was like a key level of resistance, we've got to now mark as demand. And what I'm looking for here is, despite this breakout being in what I still think to be a longer term downtrend, you still have possibly a zone to zone move happening here. And I think I made a mistake yesterday. Obviously, hindsight 2020, but I called out the point. I don't know why I took a gold long when I specifically and clearly said yesterday that I think the dollar probably will go back and retest 104. And again, that doesn't make me a dollar bull. I'm just still bearish, but you can acknowledge when you're bearish on something, if there's a breakout against your ideology, you can still acknowledge that it has room to move. And so I feel like I made a little bit of a silly mistake yesterday on that. Because again, I pointed out yesterday that this breakout closing above looks like it's probably going to retest this next area. And I still think it will. So I think short term, the dollar bulls are still in control. I'll be curious to see how prices start to react from here. Like, are we going to, from there, start to reverse? Or are we going to start to actually break out higher? So again, my dollar bearish idea kind of got beat up. Now, I will say, to my own credit, I'm pointing out where I was wrong. Let me point out where I was right. I was pretty much right all the way down to this point. We've been dollar bearish for several months. It's just that we had a breakout at resistance here. So still watching it. I'll show you guys the gold idea I had. So here was my idea on gold. Downward trend on gold. We had a big breakout. And honestly, this made sense to me as a price action breakout to the upside. We topped out here. We rolled back over. And right there, I got long. So I went long here. And then didn't hold, stopped out. Fortunately, it was a really small loss. I took a very small size on it, mostly because the dollar index was so strong. But obviously, hindsight is 2020. I should have just not taken the trade at all because of my bias on the dollar index. But you live and you learn. I don't claim to be the best trader ever, and I'm learning just like everyone else. I am profitable overall, but doesn't mean I don't make mistakes every once in a while. Anyways, Chandler's got a meme for us, and I think we could all use a meme this morning. So, Chandler, why don't we play the meme real quick, and then we got to get on to the news.
Okay, here we go. First countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're stopping. No, we're not.
Well, that was
okay.
me
Here we go.
Yep, that was me. So you can see I lost like $500 yesterday on gold longs, but it's all good. We move on. We live and we learn. Gold is so erratic recently. Yeah, I think part of the reason for that is because you have some geopolitical stuff mixed in here, right? There's Middle Eastern conflicts, which are flaring the price up on gold and also can flare it back down. So there's a little bit of confusion in there. Anyways, let's take a look. We've got about 3 minutes to go, 4 minutes to go until we get core retail sales. And this is definitely the number of the day. By the way, we also got the CPI from UK, hotter than expected. Did the pound rally? It did. We got a little bit of a pop on the news. For those of you guys trading pound dollar, UK inflation came out hotter than expected. I hadn't seen that until just now. But that's a pretty big deal. Hotter than expected by a full 20 basis points. That's pretty significant. I am overall bullish on the pound, and I wonder if this gives us more. Yeah, you're seeing some pound strength. Look at this. So inflation numbers for the pound. Let me just simplify this. Indices, crypto, commodities, take those off. Let's look at some pound pairs. Pound CAD, pound Aussie, pound New Zealand. Inflation is getting a +2. And that would make sense. So this is how the Edge Finder works, guys. The Edge Finder goes and scalps that piece of information. Hey, we just had hotter than expected inflation numbers, and it automatically adds that as a very bullish signal for pound currency pairs. So we're getting +2 on inflation because the UK had hotter than expected inflation. And it does that for all of these different stats. That's the utility of the Edge Finder. It goes and it monitors news on your behalf and gives us a bullish or bearish outlook. We got about 1.5 minutes for the retail sales. Let me ask you guys a question. Should we do an Edge Finder giveaway today on stream? Type yes in the chat if you want me to give away a copy of the Edge Finder while we are live. Cool. Lots of yeses. All right, here's how we'll do it. Chandler, I'm going to send you this link. I built this yesterday, just an updated trial form, or not trial form, an updated giveaway form. We'll do the giveaway right after. Let me not miss this news event, guys. I do have we'll do the giveaway details in just a second. Let's switch over to reaction mode here. Pound USD, US oil. Let's put Euro USD over here. Let's put the S&P here. We'll put gold bottom left. Stick around if you want to be part of the giveaway. We'll do that in a second. Right now we got retail sales numbers coming out in just a moment. We got breaking news coming in. All right, let's see if we get anything interesting out of retail sales. Seeing a push lower on the euro. Gold also down. What this would suggest off of the rip would be that you had some hot retail sales numbers. Let's see if that's right. S&P down pretty good bit there. Euro down also. What is that? That's, I mean, since the previous candle, that's like 20 pips down. Gold's down like 500 pips. Okay, there it is. Hotter than expected retail sales numbers. And if you're wondering, Nick, how did you know that that was a hotter than expected read before seeing the number? Well, you can base it off price because there's algorithms out there that trade this stuff way faster than you and I ever possibly could. The retail sales number drops and they have like a direct feed and they already got the data and they're trading accordingly. And usually I can tell you the news. I would say 90% of the time, 80% of the time, I can tell you what the news, if it was hotter or cooler, based on price action. And I want to ask you guys to do something. Try to do that too. It's a quiz. This is why I love economic data, like news coming out. Every time the price starts moving, quiz yourself, because that's what I do on the stream. Every time I call out what I think is probably happening with the numbers to test my own fundamental abilities. I would be a fool to say that I think I know everything about fundamentals, because fundamentals are incredibly complex, just as markets are. But I would encourage you to always do that. Always test yourself. If you see a big spike, ask yourself, what is that number likely to have been? Hot, cold, better, worse? It's a good quiz. I would say I'm right 80%, 90% of the time. Every once in a while, there's a little bit of a surprise in there. But for the most part, news candles, people like to think they're just manipulated or random. Most of the time, they're not. Watch these streams every time. You'll see most of the time, we know what the print was before we look at the print, because the candle is doing exactly what a fundamentalist would expect it to do. So again, hotter than expected retail sales numbers here this morning, guys. And the S&P 500, I'm feeling, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I feel that, well, not I feel. After looking at what I've got in front of me, price action wise, the S&P 500 looks due to pull back further. It looks very tired. I mean, look at that run up. We had just a massive fourth quarter rally in November and December of last year. So it looks like it has room to pull back, in my opinion. I bought this pullback here. Will I try again there? I might. I might try a second time. I rode this thing up here and I closed out on this candle. So if it drops back, I very well may be looking to trade the S&P again. Okay, I mentioned that I'd be doing a giveaway. William asks, Nick, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling a whole lot better. Thank you for asking. I still have that like groggy, like nasally sound going on, so I apologize for my voice sounded weird, but I feel a lot better. I'm still going to probably keep away from my team. I don't want to get anybody, you know, my cough or anything on them, but feeling a lot better. Yesterday, I was having a hard time finishing sentences without coughing. Poor Chandler, he was editing my video. I felt so bad. Chandler, you might have thought this was funny, but I was like doing my video like a couple sentences at a time, and I would have to pause to like cough. But the cough seems to be gone, which is great. That's like the worst part. Yeah, Chandler says it's true. Yeah, I feel like I was dying to make those videos. And yesterday, to be honest with you guys, yesterday I shouldn't have streamed because I didn't realize yesterday, like my voice, I couldn't complete a full couple sentences without pausing. So feeling a lot better. So thank you guys. I promised a giveaway. Let's do a giveaway. Chandler has the link here and he can drop it in the chat for us, guys. We are going to be doing a free giveaway of the Edge Finder. Here it is. Click this link. It's as easy as that. Let me show you what this link does. So click that link, enter our giveaway, just enter your name and email, and go from there. We'll be selecting one winner for a free copy of the Edge Finder. But yes, fill that out, and we'll go from there. Again, link is in the chat. I don't know, depending on, I don't know. I don't know when we're going to do another giveaway. So do the giveaway while it's there. Anyways, yes, S&P looks primed to pull back further. I'll be watching for setups on this one. NASDAQ, look at that. NASDAQ down 0.75%. The Dow still catching still getting beat up. And look at that, the VIX. This will tell you guys, this will tell you everything you need to know. If you don't have the VIX added to your watch list, add it right now. I'm telling you, the VIX is a really important indicator for measuring sentiment, essentially. I like to think of the VIX as the fear gauge. When people are really scared, the VIX flies. When people are more confident, the VIX falls. Similar to the Edge Finder's new put to call ratio, this is also a really great way to measure fear and greed in the markets. Oh, look at this. We're up to 1.01 today. Okay, so if you don't know what the put to call ratio is, this is an excellent sentiment indicator, similar to the VIX. Both of them very, very valuable. Put to call ratio, it measures the number of puts versus the number of calls. So it measures the volume of these two things. If people are really, really heavily buying puts are bearish bets on the market or on the underlying security or asset or whatever. So here's the thing. If everybody's out there buying puts, that tells you the market sentiment is really bearish. And in that case, you'll see this white line go higher. So during these periods of time where you get higher readings on the put call ratio, we would say that the market is more bearish. Now, that by itself doesn't mean a whole lot, but if you get some extreme readings, like let me just say, for example, let's say that the put call ratio ticks very high. If this were to happen, one might consider the market a little bit too pessimistic. And if this were to happen, all of a sudden, one might consider the market too bullish. Everybody's out there buying calls. It's like a parade. My point with this is that the put to call ratio is a wonderful investor sentiment indicator, trader sentiment indicator, really. So we also have, of course, the AAII Investor Sentiment Survey. This is also a really useful indicator. We can take a look at what essentially what traders' outlook is on the market. And we can also straight up look at their positioning. For currency traders, highly recommend the Retail Positioning Indicator. It's a very, very cool tool to get an idea of which currencies are becoming crowded on one side of the trade by retail traders. We use these as contrarian indicators. So when people get too bullish on something, we get bearish. When people get too bearish on something, we get bullish. So that's the idea. Streams are valuable. It's not to mention it's free. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Again, retail sales numbers this morning were hotter than expected. Gave a little bit of a boost to the US dollar, and indices did not like that. Neither did the counter crosses to the dollar, like the euro dollar, the pound dollar. And gold also didn't particularly love it, though it's recovered some of those losses. Back to the S&P, still trading lower. Again, for this, I'm not really willing to touch it unless it pulls back. At 4,700, I might try another buy. Somebody asked, is the copy indefinitely? Yes. If you would like to enter the giveaway, we'll drop the link one more time. We're giving away a free Edge Finder copy. To get in on the giveaway for a chance to win, we're randomly selecting a winner that applies here. So join the giveaway, click that link. Are you still a dollar bear? Yes, but paused. I know after all these years trading, I know when to admit when it's time to admit defeat in the short term. I think, my opinion, the dollar bulls won the battle, but I think dollar bears will win the war. That's my philosophy here. I'm not trying to, I'm retreating. It's a calculated retreat, right? If you want to put, I've never served a day of military service in my life, but I imagine that this is like a calculated retreat in the short term to rally back stronger later. That's my thought. Looks like the tables are turning. Yeah, I think short term. Short-term dollar bulls are in control. Dollar bears will come back when they're ready. And that would also probably be the time I start to look to get long gold again. I'm watching for more opportunities to trade gold. Off the daily chart, there is a level here that might be worth another shot, but I'm going to be a little hesitant. And I'd like to see, if I'm going to get bullish gold at these levels, what I'd like to see also would be the dollar tiring out at these levels. So if we get a squeeze higher on the dollar, and then we start to see some long wicks, something like that, and let's just say gold at that time is trading at support, we may take further trades. So that's something I'm watching out for. If I do take trades, by the way, if you're not already in our Discord channel, you can get access to every trade that I take, entry, exit, stop loss, trailing stop, whatever I do. You can get all of that information by sending us a message on our website if you would like to join the VIP Discord, if you'd like some more information about it, etc. Click the link here. We'll drop in the chat so that you can speak directly to someone on our team about the memberships that we offer. If you'd like to get our trading signals, coaching webinars, educational PDFs, All that good stuff. Then check it out. Giveaway for the server too? Not today, billionaire. Sorry. We're doing a giveaway on the Edge Finder, but if you want to get access to the signals, just shoot us a direct message. However, we will give you a big discount if you message us today. Just let them know that you're watching the stream and that you'd be curious to hear about what discounts are available, and someone from my staff will help you out. Euro dollar trading under support. This is kind of big deal. That looks like it might be doing a zone to zone as well. Like euro dollar might be due to retest this level. Pound USD seems to be holding support, helped and lifted by UK CPI coming out hotter than expected. I still think the pound might be a buy. I got to wait for a couple signals on the fundamental side, but I do favor I favor the pound over the dollar right now. Dollar yen just cannot stop. Look at that strength. USD CAD, dollar Swiss, Australian dollar. Definitely an interesting pullbacks here. Again, I think the dollar index continues to push higher. And if that does happen, good chance that we see, well, not that we see, good chance that we could see some interesting stuff start to form. If you get rejection here, like if you start to get rejection in this area, I think we're back on. But again, going to have to watch that close. Today is Wednesday, so we're still 2 days off from getting the COT data. However, we do get the investor sentiment survey, I think tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I will say volatility, the VIX was expected to be up this month approximately 7.95%. I think we've well outdone that. Actually, let's see. So far, here's the beginning. Here is the beginning of, I guess we should take it from here. Yeah, the volatility index is way up this month. Look at that, 17% up and rising as we speak. But the Edge Finder, we could go to the monthly read. Historically, let's take a look at the VIX. Historically, the first 2 months seem to be pretty volatile. Last 10 years at least. We're definitely getting that read here this month. And what about gold? Has been a pretty surprising disappointment on this one so far. You can see that gold, this is historically the last 10 years or so, January is the top performing month for gold of the year. Granted, we still have like 13 days left, so gold could still give us kind of a 180 turnaround. But it's been kind of a disappointing January. And that S&P is really coming down now. Same thing with the NASDAQ. NASDAQ coming down. Dow also coming down. This is kind of big too. If the Dow breaks this level, that could be kind of a lookout below moment. Because honestly, look at the Dow, guys. Look at US 30. if you get a break underneath, where is support on the daily chart? Think about this. If this level closes below, where is it? All the way down here? Because that is a significant pullback. Well, not super significant, but a meaningful one. That's like 4.5% away from the top. Very, very interesting. But again, if you break underneath this level today, well, maybe not today, but if today, still, where do buyers step in? That's the question. Too much dollar strength? Yeah. That is the issue. The dollar strength is taking the punch bowl away from the party right now. Nick, can you explain how rate hikes and rate cuts affect the everyday person? Yeah, that's a good question. If rate hikes, I love that question, actually. Rate hikes hurt the average person in some ways, but help them in other ways. The simple way of thinking about it is rate hikes make money, it tightens up the money flowing through the system. Because less people, if rate hikes happen, the interest that you borrow from a bank or from anything suddenly becomes more expensive in interest. And you magnitude that out by an entire population. If everybody has more expensive mortgages if they want to buy houses, or more expensive loans if they want to borrow, or their credit card bills become bigger, what happens is that the average consumer has to really pull back on their spending. And if that happens, then businesses are affected, right? Because if everybody stops spending so much money, then suddenly you get this environment where businesses start to struggle and they start to lay people off because they can't afford having all the people that they have, right? So it can cause layoffs, but it's in the effort to reduce price inflation, usually, meaning the average consumer goes to the store and suddenly what used to cost them $100 in their shopping cart now costs them $140. And that extra 40 really hurts. Again, every week, extra $40 that you may not have gotten a wage increase to compensate that difference, right? Starts to hurt people. So inflation can be really bad. So it's kind of a bad scenario is inflation. And then rate cuts are kind of like tightening the belt. It's not fun. It hurts too because people get laid off, et cetera. But it's kind of like a net good, right? You get that inflation under control by slowing down all of the spending, which is what is causing the prices to increase, right? Rate cuts are the opposite. They're relieving a little bit of the tension in the system, making borrowing a little bit more easy to help stimulate the economy. I'm basically giving you the high level rundown of Western financial, economics or banking system, how they try and do that. Nick, do you ever scalp the market? No, I'm not a scalper. I know my place. I know my place in the markets. I'm a fundamentalist, and I don't the higher time frame you go, the more relevant your fundamentals kind of are. And my sweet spot is the 4-hour chart and the daily chart, because I think that that's where I have the most experience, the most expertise, the most experience. I think for me comes down to the 4-hour chart in combination with, market fundamentals. What is the Fed doing? What is the ECB doing, et cetera? Look at that S&P trying to break support here as we speak. That's big. I want to take a look real quick at top setups here today. We have the Dow still very bullish, but price action wise looks sketchy to me. I still like the Dow and NASDAQ and S&P bullish, but I'm waiting for that pullback. Dollar yen bullish, euro yen bullish. Yen cross is actually getting bullish reads. It seems like that's due to what does the COT data tell us about the yen? Yen? That position is still negative, but bullishly increasing. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw this on the Edge Finder, but I think we better organized the COT data filing table. This is the latest COT filings. I think we better organized it. Wasn't smart money buying the US 30 for the last few weeks? Yes, but they've been buying it for like several weeks, and they've been incredibly right overall. You have to remember, big money, smart money, whatever, institutional money, they're not moving, they're moving a lot of money in over time. And so it has barely pulled back. If you think about it, if they've been buying all the way up, they've been riding this move very well. So, big money is not so concerned, I think, about like 15-minute chart stuff. But again, we'll watch this level. US 30 coming into play here. S&P is still a ways away. By the way, guys, if you want access to the COT data, now's your chance to get it potentially for free. We're doing a giveaway today. Click this link. We just dropped it in the chat for you. If you would like to enter our giveaway for the Edge Finder, boom, there it is. Fill out this this form and go from there. Can you add the Fear and Greed Index to the Edge Finder? We're building our own, coming soon. Little sneak preview. We're building our own greed and fear indicator based on several things. Nick, do you ever scalp? I already answered that. No, I don't. I'm not a scalper. Did you not hear me respond to your question? I think I just responded to that. Would you be so kind as to check out the Nikkei? Why not? What's going on with good old JP225? Pulling back, but this thing has been on a tear, guys. The Japanese stock market is killing it. I mean, Japanese stock market is killing it. And you know why? Fundamentalists, can you take a guess? The reason is because there are rumors that the Bank of Japan sees a lot of growth right now, and that it could be it's the Fed or the Fed is to the U.S. as the Bank of Japan is to Japan. It sets their monetary policy, and recently the yen has kind of fallen back down, right? We take a look at like dollar yen, had this big rally. Take a look at euro yen. Same thing. The yen suddenly got really weak overall. It seems like the Japanese stock market's kind of liking that. Would A1 Trading ever go public on the NASDAQ? No. Not if I'm running it. We will stay private. It's a private business. It's a we don't need, if you think about it from a business's perspective, why would you go public? You go public when you need to raise a lot of money. We don't really have a need to raise a lot of money. We just don't have, we're not like a Walmart that needs to, spend bazillions of dollars in order to build a bunch of locations. Yes, that is also true. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up the stream. Last call, by the way, we'll be doing that giveaway. We will announce the winner at some point in the future. We're going to let people join the giveaway for a few days, and then we will announce it at the very latest by the end of the month. So the next week or so, we'll let people join the giveaway, and we'll be doing giveaways here. So click this link if you have not already joined. There it is, the Edge Finder free to join giveaway. You get some information on the tool and potentially even win a copy for free. Thank you guys very much for tuning in today, and we will see you back tomorrow. Thanks, guys.
Attention A1 Trading Show fans. If you're interested in getting free access to the Edge Finder or our premium trade alerts, listen up. For a limited time, our show's partnered broker Eightcap is giving out free access to our products when you sign up for a new trading account with them. If you already have a broker, you may want to consider switching to Eightcap because of their low trading costs, a wide range of trading assets, and their amazing customer support. If you'd like to get access to our software and Discord server for free, click the link being dropped in the chat right now and ask one of our team members for more information. Don't miss your chance for free products and an award-winning broker. Now back to the A1 Trading Show.
Alright, thanks again for watching today's show. Our goal at A1 Trading is to continue to bring you free value through our daily videos and articles, keeping you up to date with the latest market coverage. If you like our content, make sure to subscribe for more. And hey, I'm going to need you to get out of here. We got some heavy equipment on its way, and you're kind of in the way, so you need to move along. Frankie, that hard hat needs to be on your head.